new system is created, it has within it the seeds of its own destruction. And it's the job of the Kabbalist to constantly be breaking free that spirit from the husk that grabs it, the husk of this world. So whenever there's a creative impulse and a justice impulse, it gets mainstreamed very quickly. That's our modern take on it. And mainstream culture grabs hold of it, wraps it up, and it's the job of a Kabbalist or social justice worker to constantly seek to free that spark of creativity, that spark of justice from being grabbed and mainstreamed. And let me tell you, after 23 years as Dean's Beans, going back however many years it is to 88, even more than 23, right? Going back, it's a daily struggle, because even though environmental awareness has become so much greater since the 70s, you know, when I was a young social justice lawyer starting out, even though social issues have become so much more in the public awareness, there's also an amazing blowback by large corporations or vested interests in keeping things the same. And so the struggle these days is to differentiate between people who are truly trying to make change and people who are making change through marketing. And it's a hard dance to work with. In Nicaragua, landmines from the old Contra wars are all over the place, and the coffee farmers there identified landmine victim reintegration as a major issue, and we address that. I'll talk about that in a minute. I'll turn to some of the projects. So that was a Nicaragua shot up there. Hey, everybody needs a hat. So I created this program, and we started 23 years ago on these principles, and I'll explain what they are. Every now and then I take a break. I was a special extra in Pirates of the Caribbean 3. I threw up behind Johnny Depp. It was the height of the movie. I speak to the World Trade Organization, organizing fair trade conferences. I just was the honor host of the GPS documentary on coffee. So, and every now and then I hang around with very important women, like Esperanza, who's the head of the co-op in Peru we work with. Men overcoming gender violence in Rwanda, some of the programs we do. So how does this program actually manifest? Is it successful, and what kind of challenges are there as a person really trying to manifest his values through business? And interestingly, I met the guys who started the Golden Temple Yoga years ago out on the West Coast. And we were having this conversation about yoga at the time, and they said to me, business is the true yoga. And what they meant by that is, if in business you really challenge yourself and come up against who you are, and then have the choice to make, can I do this? Can I go further, or do I have to back off? And I thought, wow, what a wonderful take. Having done yoga many years, what a wonderful take on business. And so between yoga and Jewish spirituality, I think I got the whole package sewn up for me on how I wanted to approach business. So we've got these three legs: economic, environmental, and social. How do we actually do it? Well, in the environmental leg, there are two real issues. The first is the organic aspect, and then the second is food sovereignty. So let me address the organics first. Coffee is the second most heavily pesticided crop on the planet outside of cotton. Cotton uses 50% of the world's petrochemical